Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Pitch Practice,
The show.
the show. My name is Mark. I'm the guy behind the Mental Marketer and the private Facebook group Funnel Building 101. We teach the newest art and science of funnel building to help content creators sell other people's stuff.
I'm Brandon here with BKXX Enterprises, your digital plumber and business strategist, helping you fix those leaky sales funnels and get found.
What's up, Brandon?
What up, man? It's another Wednesday night, and we're live in a number of places.
Yes, and we are live inside of the ClickFunnels official Facebook group. Give us a hashtag where you're watching from. If you're watching from California, Texas, Ohio, Georgia, wherever you're watching from, give us a hashtag. Or if you're watching on the replay, give us a hashtag. So technically, Brandon, this is our first live stream. We got it working. So we are actually live right now.
Well, good, because last week I just had to put the replay up, and yeah, that was fun. I think we got a decent amount of views on it, I think. But yeah, we're live now, and here we're going to be.
Yes, got a pretty exciting week. How has your week been so far? You've been a little bit let me see here. Hold on, let me fix you up there real quick. Not that, but let me fix you around here real quick.
We're good. We're good. Week's been pretty crazy hectic. Had to unfortunately semi-fire a client this week. Just couldn't get the program to work just based on some stipulations with running ads. So that kind of sucked, but it's just table for now. Things happen, right? When you run ads, you got to be on the up and up with it, and there are some special segments that you got to be really by the book when you run ads. So unfortunately, we couldn't meet those deals. So had to table it, refund some money, and move on. But you just got to roll with it and move forward. So that's been my week so far, at least on the marketing side. Ads were doing great though. I mean, we were getting crazy amount of traffic. It probably got one or two leads going into the deal, and it's for high ticket real estate, things like that. So if you're running real estate ads, you got to have your P's and Q's on order, or they're just going to get shut down.
Just want to say hi to you out there watching. We see you. What's up? Smash that heart button, smash that like button, so we'll know you out there. So we'll give you a shout out in our next show. Are you running ads on Gmail or for your safety signs?
Am I running ads on Gmail for safety signs? No, not at this particular moment. I actually stopped those ads, but I did have some ads going for search, and it was for a free fire extinguisher sign. It wouldn't surprise me if they leaked over into Gmail.
Yeah.
but I've since pivoted to a different company within the organization that I'm running ads for.
Okay. Hope I didn't cost you for opening up that email.
What do you mean?
I think something came through, and I know durable safety signs, and I'm looking through my Gmail, and not just the not just a promotional box, but actually one of those sponsored ads that comes through the email. So,
oh, interesting.
Yeah, I meant to tell you about that too.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, if you can find it again, if it's still in there, screenshot it, send it over, because I wasn't running a particular ad campaign specifically for Gmail as far as like Performance Max or anything like that. It was just a straight search deal. But it's good to know that it was getting pushed out there. Yeah, I mean, the way Google Ads has been acting and performing, like it's like Skynet, right? You set up a campaign specifically for one thing, and then it decides to do whatever the heck it wants and send your ass out everywhere just to try to get you to spend the money because you may not have something set up in a certain way as far as like search um, is not performing, right? So if people aren't searching for your keywords, they got all this money, they want to spend it, so they're just going to put your ad wherever they feel that it's going to get spent. Good and bad, at least gets your deal out there and kind of helps you out, but bad in the sense that it may not be sending it to the right place at the right time. So, but it's cool that you got in the email.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
do you remember where it sent you?
No, I just opened the email. I said, you know what?
Oh,
It's probably going to charge for clicking on the email.
what did the email say?
It said it looked like one of the offers for the I could probably find it, but we'll have to do that
Yeah,
at another time because
it
we've
was
got some guests waiting in the background, and that's what we're going to get to today.
cool.
Um, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said cool.
Cool, good. Yes, because today we are going to be joined by a powerhouse duo making serious impact across multiple industries, from neurodivergent advocacy and speech therapy to marketing, live events, and even mouth-watering barbecue. Elisa R. Mandel is a late diagnosed autistic and ADHD speech language pathologist, autism spectrum disorder clinical specialist, and the founder of SpeechWorks by Elisa, where she helps parents of nonverbal and speech delayed children teach their kids to communicate and thrive independently. And right alongside her is Shanna Lee, who's Elisa's chief of everything, who manages funnels, marketing, and outreach for SpeechWorks by Elisa. And she's the one that keeps everything running like a well-oiled machine. But she's also the CEO of Smoked Stupid, known for the best barbecue in Las Vegas. Together, this powerhouse duo are ClickFunnels ambassadors. They're founding hosts of the upcoming ClickFunnels Connect in Las Vegas and co-founders of the Works Media Group, where they specialize in helping entrepreneurs, music artists, and neurodivergent innovators grow their reach, build their legacy, and make a lasting impact. Now, they've also been cast as expert guests on the upcoming Legacy Makers TV series produced by Rudy Maurer, set to stream this summer. And if that's not enough, they're both DJs, bringing the music, energy, and vibe wherever they go. Everybody, let's give a warm welcome to Elisa and Shanna.
Hey guys.
Hey there.
What about that intro?
Right.
Amazing. Thank you for the warm welcome and for having us today.
Yes, thank you for having us on.
How are you today? Tell everyone if the intro wasn't enough. As if the intro didn't go into a lot of detail, but just welcome yourself to the audience and say hi to everyone out there.
Hi, everyone.
So what is new in your world? Last time we saw each other was at least Elisa and I. We were at the Eric Thane event. What has happened since then?
Wow, so much momentum. We're getting ready to launch our second funnel and our high ticket offer, which is going to help so many people all around the world, families, children. Most of the clients that we see, they've been told repeatedly by professionals, doctors, that their child will never talk and never live independently. And I have been seeking out the most progressive techniques for, 30 years. I'm late diagnosed myself. So not only have I searched out progressive techniques for myself, but I've also searched out techniques for my clients. And I've combined all these progressive approaches into one approach called SpeechWorks by Alyssa. And I can only reach in my private practice a handful of clients. And most of the parents that I work with have told me repeatedly that I need to reach more people around the world and make my approach a household name. And that's where Shanna came in. We have been searching for a way for years to reach more people. And through Tony Robbins and Christine Morel, we were directed towards ClickFunnels. And about a year and a half ago, we started with ClickFunnels. I started first before Shanna. And for me, I have different learning styles. So it was really a challenge for me to learn in a group setting. I need one-on-one assistance. I need visual cues. I need repetition. And more so than the regular person. And the one funnel away challenge was just really difficult for me to keep up with. I think by day 28, I learned how to put my logo in the funnel. And by day 29, I found out there's a help desk. But ClickFunnels was really, really spectacular at giving me the accommodations that I need to learn. And Danny Walsh came along and gave me one-on-one tutoring with Shanna allowed to be present, and Shanna would then give me the repetition and teach me over and over and over. You want to tell them a little bit about your experience from that side?
Yeah. Like she said, ClickFunnels is so amazing. As you guys know, their community is unmatched. So we did get a lot of support. It was hard for her to do the one funnel away because every day they have a new coach. So every day a new coach would tell her something totally different to do. And she's like, do I go this way? Do I do this? Do I do that? So once they paired us up and we met Danny, we just kind of stuck with him, and it was like whatever he told us, we would do that. And of course it works. You know, Danny is a genius and is so helpful to everyone. So we took his advice, and now a year and a half later, we're ambassadors and running ClickFunnels Connect in Vegas. And I can't even count how many funnels I've built. So yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Shannon, for all you do.
Yeah, I'm the one that keeps Alyssa on track and organized and bring all of her visions to life, and together we just make it happen. So that's where we're at. We have a lot of stuff going on, but it all comes together, you know.
One thing that a vision that I have and I'm working on currently, and I believe both of you are part of the team, but I would like to create, or am creating, a neurodivergent marketing university so that people like myself with unique learning styles can learn a trade. I would say the unemployment rate for autistic adults is crazy. They do much better when they're self-employed, but they don't have the chance to learn skills to become self-employed. So what this marketing university would do is to teach them, just like I was taught, how to do everything marketing, everything funnels, from Canva instructors to ads to what else?
Funnel building, literally any marketing or anything, even above and beyond marketing. If we can get a professional that's willing to come in and be able to teach a neurodivergent individual something that they can do in their home and thrive at, then, you know, we're open to that. So.
And once we have the curriculum set and they've mastered a selected number of courses, then they'll be placed in an internship. And so after graduation, the goal is to either have them be self-employed to learn how to be a knowledge broker for themselves if they have any type of knowledge, or to work for somebody else, helping them behind the scenes with their business. So we're really looking forward. We hope to release this program by 2026.
Okay.
Nice. That'd be a great resource to have. I mean, I personally have never been diagnosed or anything like that with any type of ADHD or neurodivergent tendencies, but my mom thinks I'm on the spectrum a little bit. So, maybe I could take advantage of it myself. And even thinking about it, I mean, the way I approach certain tasks and things like that, like things have to be said a specific way. So I know there has to be something there in the brain, especially after going through a pretty traumatic surgery right after I was born. So yeah, it's going to be a great program, and happy to be a part of that and help out in any way that I particularly can with my skill sets.
Yeah, excited about that.
Thank you guys for your support.
Absolutely.
Yes. I remember, I think the last time that I saw excuse you, Shanna, I think when we first met, I was kind of confused because everything that I saw from Shanna was Elissa, and everything I saw from Elissa, I said, "Who is?" Because I remember. Yes, but I think you guys. I think the intro says it all. Powerhouse duo. I think I think you guys have formed a great partnership, and I think you two work well together. I do. Yeah. Anytime, I think Shanna's like all on it, everything. I'm not sure sometimes whether I'm talking to Shanna or Elissa.
You honestly never know who is typing back. It could be me, it could be Alyssa.
So let's talk about the duo and the partnership here. I mean, a lot of entrepreneurs try to go out on their own and realize that it's very difficult to go it alone. How has the partnership between you two really catapulted you to where you're at today?
Well, I can say that before working with Elissa, I was one of those people who thought I can do it alone. Instead of teaching someone, it's sometimes easier for you to do it by yourself. And I was totally that way. And Elissa's exact opposite. Her whole thing is teamwork makes the dream work. She works solo with other people. She's so great at instructing someone to help her or to teach someone to do something that needs to be done. And so she's shown me just that teamwork does make the dream work. And it's not just us, we work with a lot of people, and, coaches and the TV show and all of these things that kind of come all together to make Speechworks by Elissa the best that it can be is really collaborating with other people.
Mhm.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
We've got
Yes.
teams on teams on teams on teams.
Yeah, I really we
Yes.
have we got group chats. It's like the digital team, this team, that team, and we have teams of people that help us in different areas and stuff. And that was never me. I was always I can do it all myself. So working with her has opened my mind up to maybe it is better when you work with other people. So it's a good thing.
I remember when we first started, I kept saying, "Oh, we can outsource that. Oh, we can outsource that." And she's like, "Outsourced?"
So I was like, I can do it. And then I'm like, okay, wait, maybe I can't do everything.
Let me ask a question. What's the biggest lesson you've learned? No, to Shanna. What's the biggest lesson you've learned from working on a team with Elissa, and Elissa, the same question, with the two different styles?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind would kind of be what I was just saying about working with other people. I'm a very stubborn person. I like things to be done my way or the highway type thing. So it has taught me a lot of patience and just how much that you can get done when you have more brains all focused and doing the same thing and working towards a same goal. How much more that you can get done instead of I can do it all by myself because it'll be my way. And it's not always the best way. You know, you think sometimes when you have it figured out and you're like, this is the best way to do it, and someone comes along and shows you a different way, and you say, oh, maybe, you know, that way is also the best way. You know, you can try different things. So that's just pretty awesome, and getting to work with amazing people, you know, putting your mind together with other people and masterminding, you know, together is amazing.
Nice.
What I've learned from Shanna, I have learned that there is a paper tray on the printer that catches paper. I've also learned that you shouldn't put water and oil in a frying pan.
Wait a
For
minute.
real
What
though,
is
there's
that?
a lot of things that I didn't even realize I haven't learned in the past. So those are just silly things that, I mean, on a daily basis, she's like, "What? You didn't know that?" Um, but for me, it wasn't until I have been always searching for ways to help my clients and myself with like reading, but I really never dug deep into living with ADHD and autism as an adult until COVID, when I, for the first time, had a chance to watch YouTube, and the Aspie World kept popping up. And Daniel from the Aspie World, he's the founder. He was one of the first autistic ADHD individuals to hold up a camera while he was getting late diagnosed at 26. And I reached out to him and asked him if he wants some help with his platforms. And within 48 hours, I had the password to everything. And we've been working together for about 4 years. And I really have learned a lot about the idiosyncrasies that I encounter on a daily basis, that they're pretty normal for other autistic adults. And so it was a relief to start getting involved in the adult autistic influencer community, because every time I scrolled, I was like, oh my goodness, I feel that way. Or, oh my goodness, that happens to me on a daily basis. And one of the things that I learned, and I couldn't understand, everybody would say to me, you have to learn to be independent, stop depending on people. But I learned that what motivates me is being in a room with another person. Like, I could never understand that. And I would explain that to teachers and family members, and they would be like, no, just go to your room, close the door, and do whatever you need to do. But that just didn't work for me. And I couldn't understand. Like, one day I had to move, and I asked a friend to come over, and she ended up falling asleep, and she woke up a few hours later and she's like, I'm so sorry I didn't help you. And I was like, you did help, because I'm all packed just from her being in the bed.
Just her being there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's called, there's actually a term for it, which I recently found out within the last 2 years. It's called body doubling. And so there are groups of people that are online that are just have the camera on each other and are working side by side. And without Shanna, I would not be able to get through my list of things to do. From time to time, I can do things on my own, especially if it's related to my special interests of music and social media. But for the most part, Shanna being in the room, just being in the room, deleting all my emails, helps me to perform. So that is a miracle, and I thank her for being there. We've been friends for, gosh, over 15 years. And I think one thing that a lot of people tell us is how incredible it is to find another person that you trust and can rely on. There was a woman that we met at Funnel Hacking Live, and she gave us such a compliment. Do you remember what it was?
I don't know.
It was something like, I don't know. I wish I could reach out.
I want to say it was something that she could like tell that we had been friends for a really long time, like just how we were together, and
we should be really grateful that we have each other and have found each other. And we definitely are.
Nice. And so how is this personal journey that you've been on, being late stage diagnosed, that kind of affected how you approach your current clients and help them achieve their goals?
I think I understand them well. I wasn't diagnosed till I was going for my third master's degree in speech language pathology. And it was the first semester, the middle of my first semester, and I was killing it in the clinic teaching clients. Most people, like, there's a two-way window and people can observe, but nobody was there but your supervisor. But for my sessions, the entire graduate program would be at my window watching. I was getting results like nobody else, quick progress, getting kids that you'd never think would ever talk to start to talk. And the academic staff, the chairperson pulled me in and said, you're failing 2 classes in graduate school, failing as a C, and you're in jeopardy of being kicked out. We're having a meeting Friday, so you might want to pack your bags. I went to the meeting, and surprisingly enough, I was a little confused because I was doing so well in the clinic too, but surprisingly enough, the clinical staff was on one side of the room and the academic staff on the other side, and they were arguing, and they said, she teaches like she wrote the book. Why isn't she reading the book? And they sent me to the mental health center to get evaluated, and the neuropsychologist evaluated me and found out IQ tests are a little different these days, but back then my performance skills, meaning I could put a Rubik's Cube together really quick and perform that, but I couldn't tell you how I put it together. So my performance skill was almost genius, and my verbal skills were well below normal. And of course I can talk, but it's very hard for me to talk. It's taken me 2 years to get used to talking in front of a camera.
Wow.
If I talk about something that I'm interested in or very knowledgeable in, I don't have a problem, although I'll stutter from time to time. But if you ask me questions about a topic I'm not familiar with, I'll have a breakdown. I sometimes become selectively mute, especially in a group setting where I can't follow the conversation or the conversation is not on a topic that I'm interested in. And so I've always searched out a job where I can be as quiet and nonverbal as I can be. And you think, oh, she's a nonverbal speech language pathologist.
And it seems so counterintuitive because you're everywhere online.
Well, I love social media. Anyway, but with my clients, they're all nonverbal. So my vocabulary doesn't have to be high. Another thing in graduate school, I failed the COMPS test multiple times. They gave me a chance to take it in writing, write a report, verbal. And finally I passed after the 3rd try. But the one complaint was that I didn't use vocabulary like the names of muscles and the names of nerves in my reports and verbal. And my response was, yeah, but I don't plan on talking to anybody about that. Which I don't. I know, like I said, I can perform, so I can visualize. If you've ever seen The Good Doctor, he'll visualize like what's inside while he's doing surgery. I can visualize the muscles and the nerves working together, but I can't talk about it. I can't remember vocabulary words. If I look them up, that's great. But so far, I've been doing phenomenal with my clients. The parents that I do help, they are beyond grateful. Like I said, they're parents that have been told over and over before they come in to see me that their child will never talk. And then I evaluate and give a prognosis of your child. Speech, ability to speak is excellent. And they're absolutely amazed. I can get progress within 6 months to a year. If you think about nonverbal kids, developmentally wise, if you have a baby that's 6 months old, they're nonverbal, and that baby grows up and doesn't start to talk in adult patterns till they're 7. So it does take time. and I can't work faster than typical development. So what I do is I push my clients through developmental speech and motor milestones to be able to perform like their typical peers.
Nice, nice.
Any comments?
No, you said it all.
Nice. Tell us a little bit more about how you've got this TV series coming out as well here in the summer. Legacy Makers.
Yeah, I sometimes feel like Forrest Gump, where I just fall into things. But Shanna and I, we had an audition back in November. We're told, I think, like 1 out of 8,000 are chosen, and I wasn't even expecting a yes on the spot. I've auditioned for a few things, and usually they'll get back to you within a couple of weeks, and they said yes right on the spot. And we were in, I think, by the 1st of December. It's been a great experience. I don't know if anybody knows Rudy Moore. He's the guy in the all red. But he is absolutely fantastic. We're in his mastermind weekly on Mondays, where they teach us a whole bunch of marketing skills. And we've been down to Miami for filming once. We go back again in a few weeks for the final filming, and then I believe in September is the red carpet event, and our episode should be released this fall. The show just started to come out on Inside Success. It will be streaming on platforms. We haven't gotten the word, but if you go on Prime, you can see his other show. It's called The 60-Day Hustle. It's a little bit of a different show. That show highlights more young entrepreneurs, and they're in a contest. This is more building you up as a legacy. It's a one-on-one interview, and we get to talk about our product, how we built our product, what our product does, the root cause of the speech problems, and my approach, and all the ebooks that we offer, the coursework, the group coaching, the one-on-one coaching. We'll be talking about that.
Nice, nice. So, not to give away all of your secret sauce, and we're not talking barbecue sauce at this point in time. How are you getting SpeechWorks out there and bringing in the fresh clients?
Well, I've been doing this 30 years, and I have never, ever in my life had to market my approach. It has just gone around, not just in New York or Las Vegas, but the world through word of mouth. So currently, we've been switching for the last year to online coaching and a parent membership portal with videos, how to do videos. And we have been working really hard to get our funnel out. And we also, I think the key for us is affiliate programs. And we've been growing our social media platforms organically. We haven't yet dove into paid ads, or we're waiting for the release of the TV show to do that. But my hunch is once the word is out there, if I could do it in the real world, then I can do it online as well. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be talking about me through word of mouth. So I hope by 2026, we become a household name. Right now, more and more people are reaching out and learning more about the program. It's very, very unique. I'm one of 423 people.
It's less than that, but
in the world with my certifications and degrees. But out of those people, I'm the only one that does what I do. They specialize in certain treatment approaches, but not what I do, where I seek out every progressive approach and combine them into one and make recommendations based on the individual.
Nice, nice. Very nice getting connected with this ClickFunnels community.
yeah, it truly is amazing.
Yeah, I don't think I would be as confident as I am with getting it to expand online. I Right before COVID, I really wanted to just semi-retire, and parents that I worked with said you cannot do that. You have got to get this approach. It would be a travesty if people did not know about Speechworks by Alyssa. And so here we are. Thank you for ClickFunnels for believing in us and supporting us. And the community has just everybody wants to help each other rise. There's no competition, and I just love that.
Yeah, I think you two show up too. Yep, we've already, think we've met in Hollywood first of all, and then Funnel Hacking Live, and then we spent a few hours in the car together.
Yes, we did. We won't talk about the car. Thank you, Brandon and Mark, for changing my tire.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
little snap through there.
you've got to be good friends to be able to hang out in the car together for a few hours together. Because Brandon and I are at each other with just a 30-minute ride.
It's good. It's
Cool.
good.
As Brandon is taking these curves in Georgia, making me almost
Oh no.
car sick.
I grew up in the hills, man. I know how to drive the curves. I'm not worried about if it says 35. I'm going at least 50 around it. So
How was Georgia Connect?
Georgia Connect was great. The facility was absolutely beautiful. A little tight, but it was good nonetheless. And it was good to reconnect with everybody again. Partiv was there as well as Danny, and getting a chance to meet employee number number 3.
Almost, yeah.
Dante?
No, not Dante. God, you asked me too quick. Jimmy, yes. Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty neat, and getting kind of schooled up with Partiv and learning his marketing plan again for probably the 5th or 6th time.
Repetition is the key to success.
That's it. And getting his lead magnets and all that kind of stuff to implement for myself, as well as just learn and what would need to be put together. Is like, how does he do it, man? That's got a code to got to crack it. How's he doing it? So I can figure out how to get it done for me. But no, it was good. It was good overall.
He calls himself the human funnel.
Yep, it was good.
Yeah,
Love it.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great nickname for him.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah. Excited about these events popping up all over the country, and we know that you all have been selected as the hosts for a pretty fabulous event. Why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, for Las Vegas. What's going on in Vegas?
We can't tell too much yet.
Soon.
Yes.
But we can say we are working really hard behind the scenes to make it a mini Funnel Hacking Live. Most of the next were just a few people around the board table. Maybe a stadium like theater style, but we want to do something special, and we have it in the works. We're almost finalized. We're still finalizing the speakers, making sure they're available. It will be on a Wednesday, either late September or October. We're getting closer to releasing the date. We're really, really excited. We've gotten hotel blocks, so we got really inexpensive hotels for you all. We've got a few surprises in the works. You may or may not see Shannon and I DJ along with Danny Walsh. Danny Walsh in the house. But yeah, we're really excited to release all the information. We have a full production team that True Michaels is Christine Morel's brother, and they work a lot with ClickFunnels. So they'll be in the house producing everything. So everything will be filmed, which is incredible. And we're really excited to release all the information.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yes.
And great networking. We're going to have an informal meeting the night before, an informal meeting the morning of the main event, then an after party after the main event, and then probably another breakfast the next day. So it should be a nice 3 days of networking and really getting to know other people. I find that these Connect events really bring people together to share each other's mind and knowledge, and it's so incredible, really incredible. We wouldn't be where we are now without the people we have met at Connects.
Nice.
Absolutely. Yes. For those out there listening, if you have not been to a Connect event, if we can, do you have, you're already assembling people together on a wait list right now? Do you have something that you can share for those who might be, who maybe you've never attended one, but you're really ready to go to one?
I think Shanna is almost done with the funnel. We just have to add some information in there once that is confirmed. But for now, we have a behind the scenes look at what's going on behind the scenes in our ClickFunnels Connect Vegas Facebook community.
Okay.
So that's where they can get information for now. And then we'll be releasing the funnel shortly.
Okay.
Yeah, they can just search ClickFunnels Connect Vegas
on Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah.
And that's open to anyone?
Yep, you just have to join.
All right. Especially those here in the ClickFunnels community, fellow funnel hackers. Nice. I know.
I forgot one thing. We just put out, we're going to have 3 additional speakers, and it's a contest. What's the name of the contest?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Oh, the mic is yours.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So 3 lucky winners will be able to present and get footage for their social media. If they're new to speaking, they get to practice on a stage. So we are currently accepting applications for that. That application is in the Connect Vegas Facebook group. We will release it to the public. First, we're allowing people that have been watching us and following us since we started that group, and then we'll put it out to the general public.
Okay.
Yep. So anyone coming could have a chance to speak on stage at our ClickFunnels Connect Vegas event.
Very nice.
Really? Okay. All right. So how does that work? Will you have them do performances prior, or have you figured out all of those details yet? Or
they're going to open for the main event speakers. We're waiting for confirmation on our main event speakers. We'll see who shows up.
All right. I'm pretty sure everybody wants to go to Las Vegas. Who doesn't want to be in Las Vegas? It's a fabulous town for conventions and just high level masterminding and networking. I can't wait. I'm ready to book my ticket. So get those dates and then let me know. I'm there.
And the weather is beautiful in the fall.
Yes.
Perfect time to come.
Yes, I'm telling you, time flies. but we want to, not to change the subject, but before we go over an hour here today, but I want to talk about the barbecue. What about the barbecue?
Yes,
Will there be barbecue there at the Connect event? Is that a draw?
Unfortunately, the place that we're going to be at does not let you bring in outside food. But maybe another in the future, another Connect event or something will cater it.
I'm sure we could deliver to the hotel rooms.
Right. Yes.
And this best barbecue, what what's the specialty when you say barbecue? Because
So it's not like traditional barbecue. My husband was born in Chicago, and so his favorite sandwich is Italian beef.
ooh,
And so we started smoking. Yeah, we started smoking our own meats and slicing them for sandwiches. So we make a lot of America's favorite sandwiches, just a little spruced up with all smoked, freshly sliced to order sandwiches. So one of them is a smoked Italian beef. We do a brisket cheesesteak. We have Cowboy Cuban, which is our smoked pulled pork and ham, and we
So
also have
oh my gosh.
everything's made in house. So we have a signature gold mustard sauce that we use on the Cubano. It's literally to die for. So we do like traditional barbecue, and you can get a plate, but our specialty is our sandwiches. They are amazing, and unlike anything that you can get out here also.
So good. For Christmas, I got this bottle of some secret potion to put on my meats. And now that all my meats taste like her meats.
Well,
Yeah.
well, can't come to Vegas without having some of that barbecue. I
Yeah, and
almost
you
want to
mentioned Texas
order some now.
barbecue. You
No, say-
mentioned Texas barbecue, and I was born in Texas, so I know about Texas barbecue. And I would say our barbecue's a little bit more spruced up than Texas barbecue is.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we love to smoke briskets here. Well,
Yeah, well, the one thing
Brisket.
about Texas is they like to say that they only put salt and pepper on their briskets. We don't do that around here. So,
Oh my God, you should go see the menu. It's just incredible. Where do they go see the menu? What's
you can go to
website?
smokestupid.com and look at our whole menu. We got a catering menu and just our food truck menu, which I'm hoping will be up and running by the end of the year. So,
And I'm hoping their funnel comes out so they can sell that secret powder that you gave me for Christmas to everybody in the world.
Yes.
So good.
Yes, we always our rubs and sauces are everyone's favorite. So
awesome. Well, we can't leave without Jonathan Creparo. He has a message for everyone here. He says that you all are amazing.
hey,
Aw,
Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan. You rock.
Thanks for watching, Jonathan. We appreciate you. We're gonna get you on the show so you can't run forever.
We know you got time if you're watching, right? You could have.
You
Yes.
jumped on.
Yes. Yeah. We're here at the almost at the top of the hour. So before we take off, you have any more questions, Brandon?
Yeah, I mean, let's tie it all together for those watching and stuck with us this long. I mean, what would be the biggest takeaway that you can leave our audience in managing? I know it's kind of a big question, but managing everything and just keep everything in line. Like you have the barbecue stuff that you're doing, Shanna, and then Alyssa, you have the neurodivergent clinic. Plus, you want to do the coaching and you part-time DJ and all that kind of stuff. Like, what is the key to keeping everything succinct and going?
Well, like we said, working with other people, teamwork makes the dream work. So outsourcing as much as possible. If you can find a team that is, all minds on the same goal, it really helps. And I'm a really organized person, so a lot of lists and a lot of calendar. We have 10 different calendars, and so everything is just on there. If it wasn't, I would be forgetting stuff all the time. There's a lot going on. So just teaming up with other people, keeping organized, and not getting overwhelmed. Just taking a step back and remembering you can only get so much done in one day, and just step by step, it'll get done when it gets done. And so I try not to overwhelm myself too much and just step by step.
You do a great job. keeping the team together as a well-oiled machine.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
she does. She absolutely
You,
does.
you even keep me in line.
Yeah, anyone who needs it, I'm good at messaging, keeping you on track. So
Thank you for that. I'm I'm open for feedback. I never think that I am, I think I heard you talk about that, Shanna. You used to think that you could do it all alone, but you realize that, hey, you know what? I can't do this all alone.
no.
Yeah, it's just, especially as you start to build and you start to grow and you're going to spread yourself too thin. That's really great.
Yeah, burnout is a real thing, and it sucks to get burnt out on something that you love doing. So outsourcing and just trying to manage time and for yourself too. You got to take a day a week and just reset.
Or 3.
Or and sometimes you need to take 3, whatever. Everyone's different, but I would say just don't get overwhelmed. Everything's going to get done. Outsource what you can, and keep on going. Just keep on going.
Yeah, I was super overwhelmed at first, and we had such a long list of things to do. And we agreed that we're going to get through as much as we can each day. And if we got through 3 things, for me, if I drink water and eat and go to the bathroom and take a shower, that's amazing. If I can do what's on our list, incredible.
Yeah.
So whether we get through 3 tasks or 25, I mean, we've had nights where we've gotten through 100 things, but each night is really rewarding getting through those steps. And we've seen over the last year and a half how those little steps build up to like big milestones in our career. And it's just absolutely incredible. Yeah. I mean, that's really key, keeping positive, knowing that you're going to get through this, and it's just you just get started. I have so many friends who are like, even at the way beginning, like, how do I do that? Well, this is what you need to do, 1, 2, and 3. And now a year later, they're asking again, how do I get started? Well, you just got to start with step 1 and you can do it. And yeah, teamwork definitely makes the dream work. And I think having fun, like smiling and laughing, increases dopamine. And so we have so much fun working together. Never does it feel like a job. We just feel like we're hanging out.
Right. Yeah.
DJing every night.
Very true. Yeah. If you can find someone that you can be with every night and work well with and laugh at the hard times and things you got to go through, then that's a true blessing. Yeah, definitely. We're very lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are awesome. I think that, Russell, in this community of ClickFunnels, I remember listening to Kiana Danielle on stage at Funnel Hacking Live. I think it was 2022. And she said, Russell, where were you 10 years ago making potato guns? You should have built your tribe sooner. And we all have a message, and there's always somebody out there waiting to hear our message, and it's up to us to give that message, because somebody is out there waiting to hear us, and it's going to make a change in someone's life. And what you all are doing is making changes in a lot of people's lives, because you decided to help. You gone through this nonverbal autism, and now you decided to help so many others. You're going to make a huge impact, and people are going to be saying that to you. Where were you 10 years earlier?
Right. She hears it already. So
yes, but know that you are making an impact, and I think it's so great. And I love that about this community too, because it's a community of giving back, and it's about serving others. And you two are a shining example of that. I love it.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, thank you, Brandon and Mark, for having us on today and sharing our story. I hope it
You're
helps other people and pushes them
absolutely,
to be all they can be.
Mm-hmm.
absolutely appreciate you having you guys on here, and to give you a preview for next week for the Business Growth Accelerator, a little mini
Yeah.
encore.
Wow.
So you'll be on that. I will
See
be
you
streaming that.
again.
I will be streaming that live on specifically my channels, and it will well be put on the podcast there. So yeah, looking forward to diving a bit deeper next week and sharing your story even further.
Awesome.
So awesome.
You guys are amazing.
All right, you guys are awesome too. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and see you next week.
Hope to see you in Vegas.
Yes, and yeah, we'll make sure to leave